Welcome back to End of Trading on YouTube. Today's video is going to be eToro copy trading with 10,000 on slow and steady. And I hope everyone's doing great and making lots of money in the stock market. Now, this is going to be a video series that I started my YouTube channel on. So I'm just going to continue with this. And today I'm going to be reviewing slow and steady, who is a copy trader or a popular investor on eToro that you can copy. And now, if you have the patience of this man, he's the most patient man on eToro, I think, for trading. You'll definitely, your losses will not be too much because he is a very safe, low risk investor. So, if you don't know what copy trading is, so trading enables you to automatically copy traders of your choosing, replicate what they do in their own accounts. Simply put, it's trading in the financial markets by having other people from around the world doing the trading on your behalf. So if you copy these popular investors, they do the trading and you copy exactly what they do, and you can invest as much as you want or as little as you want. I think the minimum the copy slow and steady at the moment is 500, but we'll go through that now in the video. So his first name is Patrick. He's from the Netherlands and he has a lot of copiers on eToro. He's been there since 2017, but we'll go through that now in a moment. So slow and steady Patrick, or commonly known as Patrick, is one of eToro's elite popular investors who calls himself less of a trader and he's a more of a medium term investor. Okay, so he invests his money and mostly in ETFs. Now, if you don't know what an ETF is, I'm going to tell you that now. An ETF is an exchange traded fund. It's a basket of stocks or securities that trades on an exchange just like a stock does. Now, good thing about ETFs offer lower expense ratio and fewer broker commissions than buying stocks individually. So these could be a basket of stocks like gold, it could be the mining company, it could be the gold reserve, it could be etc. Different kinds of ETFs like that. Or you can see here the cash invested in ETFs have become very popular over the last 10 years, 15 years. You can see the amount of money that has been invested in ETFs has gone way up, especially last year. That's 9.94. I think believes that's billion. It could be. Yeah, it has to be. Okay, so there you go. You can see it's coming very popular. They're more safer than just going with individual stocks because you have a basket of stocks in each ETF instead of just one stock. Now, Patrick started trading at uni, which is great early trading, when he was around 19 in 2007 or 2008. And he was being influenced by his financial course he was studying at the time. But being a genuine guy that he is, he admits that he had a rocky start. So he made mistakes and got burnt badly by the stock market crash in 2008. But he did what every good investor does, and everyone should do when they're starting off trading. You learn from your mistakes. So it's a good way to learn. Okay, so always don't put too much money, don't risk any money that you need for daily life. Just put in money like that is discretionary income that will allow you to have less risk in the stock market, especially when you start off, because you'll have less emotion to that money. So his mistakes mainly were not diversifying, hedging his portfolio, but he was happy to make these mistakes early so he not repeat them moving forward. Also, he didn't have much time to invest. Okay, so I think that's why he's gone for ETFs now. He is an ETF, so he got born badly at the start. Now his portfolio is mostly ETFs. Okay, so it's a lot of a safer investment. Okay, you can see here all of his ETFs. He's got gold here. Okay, and I got through some of these in a moment, but if you click into his investments, he's also smaller investments in each of them. He's not using leverage, and you can see the percentage of the portfolio there that he's invested. So he's got 1% in this ETF. So if you invested 1,000, that would be 10 $10 in this 1.06%, around $10.60. So that's how it works. When he invests in something, you also invest in the same amount that percentage that you have invested. Exactly like here, the fee TV. If you invested 1,000, you would be invested in this stock at 2% of that 1,000, which is $20, isn't it? I believe. Yes. Okay, so he is really safe, guys. So good. That's a good thing about him. He's got a lot more patience than me. I'm more of a day trader. I like to do long term, but I will do long term and I'll just leave it and hold the stock. And historically, the stock market rises over time, so I just leave it for the long term. Okay, so Patrick, he works full time in technology. He's a technology consultant, but he's a part time trader on eToro. Like a lot of the popular investors are part time, like Ruby MCA. And he's a background in tech. He got introduced to eToro trading technology by one of his colleagues when he was studying in finance. So he moved 25%. He was trading before on a different platform, but he moved 25% of his portfolio from a different broker to eToro to start copying investors. He actually started copying people himself, and he had said he had mixed results with that. Okay, so there you go. It's coming from him that he had mixed results from copy trading. So that's up to you to make your own decision on copy trading. The reason he moved to larger amounts into investing on eToro was the low fees on stocks and ETFs, which was better than his previous stockbroker, where he started, and he continued his trading strategy on ETFs. So let's look at his portfolio here, guys. So let's just go back to his main page here. Now, his stats, he had his worst month last month. Okay, so this is his stats. He started in 2019. Okay, he had 0% there. Not sure what happened. Maybe he didn't start his portfolio. But the next first month there he had, it was up 0.18%. So you're looking at this guy for low risks, but low returns. Okay, but also because low risks, you're not going to lose your portfolio. You're not going to lose your head with this man. Okay, he had his worst month though this year. He was minus 4.32%, which is probably a shock for him because it's the first time he's ever lost that amount before. Okay, if you can see here, but I wouldn't worry about that because most popular investors have lost in this month. Like you can see, JNMS was down 11.69%, but he's more of a medium risk and he gets higher gains here, much higher gains. But you can't copy him anymore. He has 22,000 people copying him. Slow and Steady has 3,073 people copying him at the moment. But you can look at his massively low risk score, okay? And even here, the last few months has been 2, 2, 2. Like, wow, that green, 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 low, low, low risks. His max drawdown, as I said, in one day, this is the most his investment, his portfolio dropped. So if you invest 1,000, the most it would have dropped was 1.95% of that 1,000. And then his weekly, the maximum would have dropped was 2.68. Well, that doesn't mean it just closed in that, but it just dropped and maybe went back up. And yearly it was minus 6.47. Now, if you look at J Nemesis's, his yearly was minus 27, minus 8 weekly, and minus 3.9. So this guy is a really low risk investor, but you're not going to expect the massive gains that you're going to do with maybe investing in the Nasdaq 100, which is also an index fund, and I would recommend investing in that for beginners too, in indices. But this guy's slow, slow, slow and steady, as his name says. And you can see there small gains, but they build up over time. So, you have 7% one year, 11% next year. Now, he hasn't got much of a website online, but he does have this PDF sheet that is linked on his bio, and I believe it updates automatically. So if you had to start copying him in March 2019 with 10,000, you would now, and left your money in, you would now have 12,340. Okay, so you're not going to get massively rich, okay, with this guy, but that's what I mean. Like, you need the bigger money. So if you had 100,000, now you would have 120,000. Okay, which is big money. So the more money you have for long term, the better. Okay, you can make more profits on day trading with less money, but it's much more riskier and much more difficult, and it probably take at least 6 months to 1 year to become confident in day trading. Okay, actually in trading itself. So that's why eToro copy trading is great for the beginner trader. You don't have to worry about it. They have the experience. Now I've only been trading really 1 year or over 1 year part time, and it's only now I'm still learning. I look at it as like a college course. After 3 years trading, and then I can call myself some sort of an expert. But I'm doing quite well. My main skills are day trading, but I wouldn't have the patience of this man to take these small trades on ETFs, buying and selling ETFs. What I would do, I would just buy the ETF, leave it, and for the long term on a buy position, okay, or an index fund. But usually I'm more day trading or swing trading, which I don't hold my stocks for that long. um let's see here. So you can see here, so his best year he had 11% gain. His worst year is this year, minus 4.32 so far, but the year's not over. But you can see here he's got some cool graphs here. So he shows you there how much he's allocated. He's 68% in the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. So this is really the top 500 stocks on the American exchanges, okay? And also, if you're really just starting out, you could just invest in these indices yourself. So you can go like the Nasdaq is one of my favorites, Nasdaq 100. So you could just invest in these. These are the top 100 companies in America, a lot of tech companies in them. But let's see the stats here. Well, it doesn't show you stats, but the gains are really good on this. If you look on the internet, NASDAQ 100, these are indices. Now, over the last 5 years, you can see here, if you had to invest 5 years ago, you would be up 156%, which is massive. So, guys, if you're definitely, if you want to like do copy trading, but also look into indices. So I would recommend the Nasdaq 100 and the S&P 500, and that's where most of his money is. So the S&P 500. Here's the S&P 500, where a lot of his money is in at the moment. If you had to start trading 5 years ago, invested 5 years ago with this, you would be up 82.47%. Okay, so that's also massive. So you had to put in 1,000 back then, you'd have $1,820. Okay, or 100,000, you'd have 180,000 and 82,000. So look at these two guys. If you're into the long term, you don't know anything about trading, but you don't want copy trading, but maybe do a mix of them. Do the indices, spread your risk out with S&P 500, Nasdaq 100, and then with copy trading, I don't recommend that you put all your money into one investor. You should put your money into the five of them. Pick the top five, guys. And if you want to have ideas on the top five, if you come to my website, buystocks.ai, I have listed all my popular investor reviews in one place. So I have all the videos here. And these two guys also are the two of my top recommendations, my editor's choice. So let's say you wanted to follow my strategy, you'd put in like you're investing 5,000 into copy trading. Okay, let's say you have 7,000. So I'd recommend putting 1,000 into the Nasdaq 100, 1,000 into the S&P 500, and then 1,000 in each of these popular investors and 3 others, so 5 other. So James here is Campervans and Heloise Grief, Ruby MCA. But you can go through all my reviews there and look at them. And I'm going to be uploading this video to Slow and Steady here. I also have some reviews on the copy portfolios, which is another feature. And these are kind of like basket of stocks in different areas run by eToro. So you have Outsmart the NASDAQ. It uses machine learning, okay, to beat the NASDAQ 100 that I'm talking about there. It's a copy portfolio. You have the crypto portfolio, but I'm going off crypto. I sold all my crypto. I'm not a crypto investor. As I said, I don't have the patience of it for long term because it's going up and down, up and down. It's good for day trading, but I'd rather day trade the NASDAQ 100. And I have other reviews, China Tech here, and Metaverse Life too. That's a new one on eToro. So they're like baskets of stocks run by eToro. So that's another option for you too. So back to Slow and Steady. Okay, so he doesn't. I couldn't find much on the internet about him. He's invested a lot in gold. Well, a small amount in gold too. And he has 16% of his cash available there on the trades. You can see there he's mostly in the US stock market with the S&P 500, but you can go through all these ETFs yourself and research them. Like gold is obvious, some of them other aren't so obvious. Okay, mostly in large capital companies, 83% he invests in. You can see there all the different breakdowns of he's diversified in different portfolios: financial industry, real estate, consumer defense. And I said, if you invest in S&P 500 and stuff like that, you will be diversified automatically. And then he has these charts here of what's similar to eToro. So this is mostly what he has. I couldn't find much on the internet about him, but he's very active in his bio on eToro. So he has 3,073 copiers at the moment and minus 15 in the last 7 days, which is nothing compared to some of the other traders that have lost a lot of copiers because the stock market's gone way down and hit their stop loss, etc. So he does 9.26 trades a week, average holding them 2 months, and he's been active since 2019. So 54.72% of his trades were in profit. And if you can look at his portfolio there, guys, you can go through all of these yourself. So he's just started investing in gold. He's doing well in gold here in the ETF. I said it's a basket of stocks. It could be a mining company, it could be a research company or looking for gold, etc. It could be a reserve, and they're all in one ETF. Okay, so it's just like a basket of stocks. He has some other here, so he's invested. Let's see his other one here, HDV. So all you have to do is click into them. So you can see here he's all broken up his trades. So let's see what this one's about. So this is iShare. It's a high dividend ETF exchange trader that tracks investment results of the Morningstar dividend yield focus index. So this one is more about dividends, etc. The fund is generally invests 80% of its assets in component security of underlying indexes and investments that have economic characteristics that okay, where it's traded. Okay, so this is more tracking dividends, etc., which is a long-term investor's uh, goal, etc. So if you're researching these, just watch a YouTube video on them, etc., and stuff like that. So very, very safe investments there. I'll not go through all of these in this video because let's see what else has he got here that's a high percentage. So mostly in gold at the moment because gold is going to way up, guys. Let's see here. This one, UUP, is one trade on this one. This is a US dollar index. Bullish fund tracks the Deutsche Bank long US currency. So this is tracking US currencies, etc. So safe in like ETFs there, guys. So you go look through that, but it's going to change as he trades. So he's actively trading them, and you can see here in his history. So in the last 7 days, he has sold. These are the trades that he sold. So He has sold like this one here by UUP on a buy position. He's been up 1.61%, 1.49%. So pretty good, guys. Last 30 days, he's been down. As I said, last month is a bad day. A lot of reds there, but over the long term, he's been doing pretty good. Let's go 6 months. 6 months still down minus on his sales now on what he's closed. Okay. But you can see there a lot of reds there, minus 4.5%, but then his profits are 5.88, 5.686, etc. I looked earlier on, he was down, some of them were 11%, and this is over the last 6 months. So you can go through his trades there and watch him closely on what he's doing. But overall, they're 6.22%. So a lot of greens there, like last year when the market was doing good. So, guys, but overall, slow and steady is the safer investor. And if you look at this chart here, let's see what it says. Let's expand this here and let's go. That's for the last 2 years. Okay. Let's see here. Let's put it for the last this 1 year ago. Maybe it might be a bit more different. No, not much change there. Okay, so it's in here that it's gone up, 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 and back down again. Let's just look at the last 6 months, 6 months ago. Okay, now let's try them out with the Nasdaq. Nasdaq 100. I believe it should be this first one here. So let's follow on the Nasdaq. So the Nasdaq has gone down. Okay, for the last 6 months, he's been down minus 4.6%, but the Nasdaq is even down minus 11.5% from that massive high that it was way up here to 5%. So he's lower risk than the Nasdaq in the last 6 months, but that's what I mean, guys. That's what he is. He is a low risk investor. Let's just see for the last year what this chart will show. But you can see here the Nasdaq has gone up to 30% gain, while he's still down here around the 7% was the highest gain he got. So you got to factor that in there, guys. So slow and steady, that's what I mean. He's slow, he's safe, but his profits will be lower than these Nasdaq 100. So take that into account when you're copying this guy. So as I said, you should mix your investors up. What else can you say about this guy? Overall, safe investor. If you're investing your money and you're like just starting out and you're a very careful investor, this guy is low risk. But as I said, don't copy one person. You need to copy about 5 different people and diversify your risk. As I said, Ruby MCA, camper vans, slow and steady, and then 2 other people, and invest in the Nasdaq 100 and S&P 500. And I know this is only for education purposes, not investment advice. So do your own research, okay? There's not much else to say about slow and steady. Hopefully this video was helpful for you. If you have any questions at all, leave them in the comment section, or you want me to make any kind of videos, I will do that on eToro copy trading. And if you want to support my work, you've no eToro account yet, use my affiliate link in the description, and I get a payment when you sign up to eToro. So thanks very much for watching. Actually, I nearly forgot. I'm going to invest 10,000 in them. Sorry, guys. So let's go here. So when you sign up to eToro, you get 10,000 of money to invest. So 10,000 virtual money when you sign up to eToro to invest. So let's put in 10,000. Wow, I nearly forgot about that, guys. Sorry about that. So here, stop copying. So I'm putting in 10,000 virtual funds because at the moment I am confident in trading. I've started trading like over a year ago, so I don't really do any copy trading anymore, but I am copying Jay Nemesis, which is copy blocked at the moment. So how do you copy him? You just come up and copy. You put in the amount you want to copy. I'm putting in 10,000 of the Fairchild funds. So it's Fairchild money just to try it out and to learn the platform. So this is stop copying if your copy value drops below 500. So this is if I lose 9,500, I will the it will sell off all, it will close the copy and close my trade. So you got to pick what your risk score here is with this. But with copy trading, I wouldn't put it less, like for me 9,000 would be the least, so you can put in 9,000 here. So that means if you lose 1,000, it'll sell off. So you're risking 10%. But to be honest, I always put in the lowest when I'm copy trading because you never know. It could go down by that 10%, but it'll go back up 20%, especially if you're copying Jane Nemesis or some of them guys. There's medium risk where their stock goes up and down. Maybe 20%, 25%, but that's up to you. You make that decision yourself. But I always leave it low and watch it. And here is copy open trades. Now, if you don't copy open trades, it only copies the new trades that he opens from now on, and that could take a long time to use up your money in the investment. So always copy open trades and copy. And that's how easy it is to copy. I started copying them, okay? And then if you come to my portfolio, you can see here your portfolio is just what you invested in. So I've invested in here, slow and steady, and I haven't bought any of the stocks here, okay? So there we go. That's going to buy the stock market's open, not open because it's on a Sunday, and or no, yes, and it's a Saturday today. Sorry, guys. And 500, and I look at, I only put in 500. But if you want to add funds at any time to make it 10,000, so I only put in 500 there. Sorry, I'm going to put in 9,500. You can add funds anytime and copy open trades and update, and that is updated to 10,000. So now you can put in that and watch your investments. And what else can I say about slow and steady? Not much. He's, as I said, slow and steady. He has some information there. Oh yeah, the minimum amount to copy him is 500, so make sure you copy them with 500. And the recommended amount is 1,000. So whatever you can do there. His mantra is slow and steady wins the race. You can look at it, go through his portfolio yourself. I believe that's everything about slow and steady. And there we go. As I said, you get 100,000 to try out the platform. So, hope you enjoyed the video. See you soon. Peace and love. Thanks very much for watching. All the best. And I'll see you soon on the next video. Thank you. Bye.